WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News This Morning live stream starts now.
Good Monday morning. Great to have you with us here on our Action 2 News This Morning live stream. I'm Tammy Elliott.
And I'm Emerson Lehman. Thanks so much for streaming with us on this Monday. Of course, a tough Monday after a Packers loss, and we know lots of you very vocal about the loss. So we've had a lot of folks commenting on Facebook posts and whatnot, and we are continuing to monitor that situation. I know Sports Director Dave Schrader expecting to hopefully catch up with some players today as they clean out their lockers, and we're also monitoring the situation on head coach Matt LaFleur today as well.
Yeah, he held his year-ending news conference yesterday saying that he hopes to continue on with the Packers. He has 1 year left on his contract. So, of course, we'll be following that. Any developments that come out of that, we'll be first to alert you here. Talking now about Appleton, the school board there voting on an amount for a referendum in the spring.
This comes after more than half of the district indicated support for it on a recent survey. Kristen Allen is joining us live in Appleton this morning. And Kristen, the agenda shows that the board may have already decided.
That's right. So originally there were two options for a referendum, a $13 million referendum and a $15 million referendum. And according to online documents, it appears that the board will vote today on whether or not to put the $15 million referendum on the ballot this spring. And if it is approved, that referendum would happen over the course of 4 years. Currently, the Appleton Area School District faces a $13 million budget shortfall, and that is despite consolidations, staff cuts, and changes to employee benefits. A recent survey shows that nearly 70% of people say they would support a $13 million referendum, and 60% say they would support the $15 million referendum, which has that extra $2 million added in to help offset anticipated inflation costs. Now, if the board decides to ask for the $15 million, property owners in the area would see an increase of about $75 per year per $200,000 of property value that they own. And we will, of course, continue to monitor this story and first alert you to what the board decides. Reporting live in Appleton, Kristen Allen, Action 2 News.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Seeing the sun come up at the skies there in Manitowoc.
I feel like we haven't had a lot of sunrises to enjoy.
I feel like we really haven't, yeah. And I was just admiring the sunrise in Appleton as Steve was getting ready to join us for our live stream this morning. Hey there.
Good morning. You know, just a little bit ago, Tammy, you were sharing that you saw a beautiful sunset. Was that last night?
Last night. I was driving home from doing errands, and it was just red and pink, and it was just so vibrant.
That reminds me of that phrase in regards to sunrises and sunsets. You know, red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. Red sky at night, sailors delight. That has a lot to do with high pressure. When high pressure is to the west of us, it pushes down on particles in the air, causing that red glow. So if you get the red sunset, that means high pressure is coming in and it's sailor's delight. But red sky in the morning means that high pressure is now east of you and moving away, pushing those particles, giving us that red glow. So that's kind of where that nautical phrase comes from, in case you're curious. I wouldn't call this a red sky here, but we are seeing kind of an amber glow as we look off to the east from our Appleton sky camera. Looks like it's clear. It's 27, feels like 17 degrees. These are temperatures. We're at 23 right now in Green Bay. We've got 21 degrees in Marinette, and with a west to southwest wind around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Our wind chills, they're mostly in the teens, but you can see there's some single-digit wind chills in north central Wisconsin. Feels like 7 right now in Anago. Today, mostly sunny skies. West winds will be a bit brisk. It's going to be kind of nippy out there, but considering that it's the middle of January and we normally see highs in the 20s, a high of 36 degrees is kind of on the mild side. And we'll be probably near 30 degrees towards 7 o'clock this evening as clouds begin to push into northeast Wisconsin. And that is a hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge about our next weather maker. Are you guys ready for another little bit of a rain-snow mix across northeast Wisconsin?
I mean, it's like every other day, right?
Seems like it, right. This light wintry mix, it's coming through late tonight, and I think well, we'll deal with it as we come into work tomorrow morning. But I think as we go into the morning drive, say around this time tomorrow, a lot of this wintry mix is going to be exiting northeast Wisconsin. But what's going to be left behind is either wet roads or slushy roads. So some slick conditions are possible for the morning drive tomorrow, especially in the north. So late tonight into daybreak Tuesday, our severe weather outlook is in the low category. I would recommend if you're traveling tomorrow morning, give yourself a little extra travel time, and you might need to increase the following distance. So if we loop our 6-hour satellite and radar loop, you can see some snow showers that glance through northeast Wisconsin overnight. Here we go, looking at a fresh batch of some snow and some rain in the Pacific Northwest. That's a new Alberta Clipper, which is going to be tracking right through there, right through southern Canada, and we'll be dealing with that precipitation late tonight. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Today, mostly sunny skies, but around and after 7 o'clock this evening, we start to cloud over, and we're dry through midnight, but it's in the pre-dawn hours. We get this mix. Now, here's 4 p.m. Kaukauna northeast, wet, slushy snow. Southwest of Kaukauna, that looks like rain in the green there, a little pink mixed in there. There's probably going to be a little bit of some sleet, maybe a hint of some freezing drizzle. But the lion's share of this precipitation is going to be snow northeast and rain south and west. And you'll notice it does not last very long. Towards this time tomorrow morning, it's gone. But behind that will be some slush in the north and some wet roads in the south. And skies will be mostly cloudy with a few showers or snow showers during the midday and the afternoon. That'll only give us minor additional accumulations. So the snow that comes in late tonight, it's especially going to be near and north of Highway 64 where we see up to a slushy inch of snow. But south and west, it's probably going to be mild enough where we get mainly rain, or if you do get a little bit of some snow, it'll just get washed away by those showers. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today mostly sunny, a high of 36 degrees. Tomorrow's the warmest day of the week, a high of 41 with that early mix and kind of a breezy day. And then a strong cold front comes through tomorrow night. Temperatures tank heading into Wednesday, including the wind chills, with a high of 22 degrees. Our feel-like temperatures Wednesday morning, falling back into the single digits. And this cold air is going to hang around for the rest of the week. And speaking of later in the week, Friday night going into Saturday, we're going to have a weather maker come through with some snow. A side-by-side comparison of a couple long-range computer models saying, yeah, we might be able to pick up an inch or two from this weather maker heading into the weekend. But as a fresh reminder, and we'll give you lots of First Alert updates, but that far in advance, long-range snowfall forecasts change frequently. So we have to go through the latest information and tweak those numbers, and we'll do that all through the week as that weather maker gets closer.
All right, Steve, I don't know if we can say we're looking forward to the freezing cold, but hey, for those like ice anglers out there, the winter enthusiasts, they're going to be happy to see that. And speaking of that, brings us into our next story. What started as a Friday night ice fishing trip for a Hudson man turned into a weekend-long wallet fishing expedition, not walleye, wallet.
Right. And this whole ordeal was caught on camera. Leo Drivling's wallet fell into Monona Bay, which led to Haley Slasky documenting the multi-day search on TikTok, and her post has just under 20,000 views right now.
Yeah, you can see they're kind of going through the process of trying to get that back here. The couple used multiple cameras, rope, a magnet, even one big stick to try and scoop up that wallet, but they just couldn't get a bite. Eventually, Leo decided the next best thing was to get an extra pair of shorts and take the polar plunge to try and grab it himself.
And I went down 2 times and I didn't get it. And then I went down the 3rd time and I pushed myself down on the ice to go further down because the bottom was super mucky. And then I found it with my feet and then was able to bring it up to my hands and then flip it out of the hole.
That is some commitment
right
there. The weekend wasn't a complete bust. Haley says that she was able to catch a few fish while they were looking for the wallet. And Leo says he's got everything back, and get this, all of his cards still work.
That's the surprising part.
I'm impressed.
In water and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anybody will follow Good Adventure on TikTok.
yeah, right?
It's true.
You got to admire the dedication there.
for
That is
sure.
great work. Speaking of dedication, some folks perhaps trying to dedicate themselves to a new workout routine. And that is the most common goals, resolutions for
Yeah,
folks
oh,
is kind
yeah.
of starting that new routine, but that can lead to some injuries as well, Aisha.
Yeah, we just recently talked about, the gyms getting busy again for the start of the new year, everybody trying to get healthy, which is great. But if you're not used to going hard at the gym and it's not something that you do all of the time, you've got to be careful, so you're not getting hurt, which is something that I've done in the past if you're not familiar with a certain exercise. Another big thing, though, is that experts are worried about TikTok trends, social media trends that are going around for working out this time of year, getting those New Year's resolutions in for getting healthy. So experts are just recommending to be careful for some of those injuries that are overuse injuries. One of those popular trends is a kettlebell trend where you swing it 100 times a day for a month, which sounds exhausting
100
and
is
painful.
a lot. Yeah.
Right, but if your body isn't built for that and you're not used to it, it could cause tendinitis. You could have some, shoulder issues, muscle issues. Another one that doctors are seeing a lot right now and tend to this time of year is knee injuries. They see a spike in knee injuries this time of year. A lot of people just throw on their running shoes and head out the door without any formal training or, getting their body ready for that sort of thing. So if you are, heading to the gym, you want to get healthy, make sure that you start small. No more than 3 days a week is what experts are recommending, and incorporate those rest days, whether you're a rookie at this or you're somebody who does this all the time. Rest is so important to build up that muscle that you want. And again, don't follow those social media trends, especially if you don't know exactly how it's going to impact your body, right? So consider maybe getting a trainer who can help you with your technique, keeping you on track, and then higher weights and lower reps at first is super important. Again, just building your body up for that sort of thing. And then if you have any pre-existing conditions, things like that, that's why it's so important to talk to a trainer, talk to a doctor. And then for your routine, obviously, you're going to be sore after any normal workout routine if it's done correctly. But if you are continuously not feeling great, you're still sore, there's pain, and you're not able to move in certain ways, that's when you probably should see a doctor. But that's the thing that we're trying to prevent here.
Okay.
All good advice.
Yep.
All good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
I give credit to those who are doing workout routines
I'm
for New
trying.
Year's.
I'm
because-
starting small. I'm doing the walking, the fast walking. I've been doing the bike, more often, two,
Sure.
3 times a week. Hopefully I can keep it up the rest of the year, though. We'll see. To be determined.
Baby steps,
Baby
right?
steps,
and,
yeah.
and follow your own advice,
Yeah,
and you'll be
exactly.
good to
Yeah,
go.
right.
Follow Aisha's lead.
So that leads into our live stream ender.
yeah.
Bringing back fact or fiction, we have to guess if the exercise is real or made up. The theme
Look at
for
me exercising.
today's segment is Aisha's getting in her extra steps.
She's getting the steps
The
in,
theme
yeah.
is exercise.
Like for real now.
Welcome across the studio. there.
Yeah. Okay. I got the paper.
So we're deciding if it's real or if it's not real.
Oh, fact
All
or
right,
fiction.
fact or
Okay.
fiction. Here we go.
I'm going into this cold. Number 1, mad man runs. A run by putting your arms out behind you in order to reduce air resistance, allowing you to sprint for longer without getting tired. Madman
I'm going to
runs.
say fiction.
I'm gonna
So
go.
like
I'm
you're
gonna say
running like
fiction, too.
this? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it just sounds made up.
That has to be fiction.
Yeah, that's
sounds
what I would
silly.
say. It does.
Yeah, it sounds made up.
Fiction.
Okay. Okay.
Garrett,
That's
do you do
silly.
that? Like I know you made it. I know, but you made it up. So it's obviously it came from your head. So you thought of this. I kind of wonder if you do this privately.
funny.
Kind of looked
though.
like a dinosaur running.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not a Thoron. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Number 2, kangaroo jumps. Workouts using a specialized shoe to mimic the jumping of a kangaroo, combining the fun of bouncing with significant health benefits like reduced joint impact and improved cardiovascular fitness.
I almost feel like this might be. What is
Here's
kangaroo?
the thing about the
Kangaroo
special shoes,
jumps.
because I was like, jumping does
special
not reduce
shoes?
joint impact.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's kangoo jumps.
That changes it. I feel like that makes it
Jumping of a
factual.
kangaroo.
Yeah, I feel like
though.
that's
I'm gonna say factual.
I'm going to say
especially
fact.
with certain shoes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
But you're still trying to mimic a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Weren't there sneakers that were
Reduced
kangaroos
joint
decades ago?
yeah, the brand, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There were.
Yeah.
That's right.
What happened?
I'm not saying that's related, but
Okay.
Bring them
Okay.
back.
popped in my head.
Number 3, laughter yoga, the combination of intentional laughter exercises with yoga-style breathing with playful affirmations.
I'm going to agree with that. I think that's
I think,
real.
yeah,
That's a
'cause
thing?
laughter
Yeah.
is like medicine,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Tammy knows
Sure.
about yoga, so I'm going to say that's
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Very good.
Nice.
That would be kind of funny though to watch a whole room. Of
I wonder
people
how
laugh.
how do they make you like? Do they make you laugh
Or you just
Have you been to a yoga class with some pretty interesting positions? You just start laughing.
yeah, oh yeah.
When everybody
And the
starts falling
names
over.
sometimes.
2026?
And the
Get
name
more
too.
flexible.
Yes, there you go.
Yoga.
Speaking of which, hip to knee disoflexion press.
Hip
Fact.
to knee.
A movement
you
where
know
you
that?
focus on the flexion of the hip by laying on your back and putting weight on top of your knee to stretch out your, I don't even know how to say that word, iliopsoas.
I feel like
your
that.
psoas
I feel like that
muscles,
has to be fact.
I'm going to say
I don't-
no.
I don't think
too
you put weight
fancy.
on your knees, though. I
That
feel like
sounds
they're.
kinda
I think
dangerous,
like he
huh?
took some real stuff and then just mixed in some.
I think
Fiction.
Yeah.
Garrett made
Yeah,
this
that
up.
just isn't. That's not
That's
safe.
way too
Yeah, that's-
in depth, Garrett. Okay.
Our Garrett,
yeah,
Garrett
yeah,
is
yeah.
full of it meter was going
Okay.
like this.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, this one's funny. EDM trampolining, a high energy fitness trend combining the low impact benefits of bouncing
Yes.
on mini trampolines with the driving beats of electric dance
I
music
agree.
for cardio workouts.
I bet that would be so
I
fun.
would do that. Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
that
say
goes
yes.
I think
way
that's
back.
real.
Whether
Fact.
it's EDM
That's
or
real.
any other
Yep.
music,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's really good for you.
Yeah.
And it's low impact, so it's great for knees if you have knee issues, right?
What a neat.
Not an expert, just a, just a thing. I
And
think
make
is
sure you're
helpful.
taking breaks when you do all of those
Right.
exercises.
There's a couple of I don't know what they're called. There's a couple of businesses in town. It's really for kids. like those trampoline parks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I
Maybe
mean,
they
they're
could
fun
they
for
could have
adults.
like a day for for parents to come and do that. What was it? EDM or
Yeah.
yeah.
Electronic dance
Those are
music,
fun, by the
right?
way. It's not just
Team
for kids.
trip
Yeah,
to the
those-
trampoline
they're
park.
fun.
That's what it sounds like. All right. Thanks so much, Aisha.
Sure.
Are we bouncing out of here?
We're bouncing.
out of
We're
here.
bouncing.
Just
Have a great
shuffling.
Monday,
I'll just
everybody.
shuffle.
See you Tuesday.
There you go.